figured I would do it. I want to maintain consistency here and do live streams. I appreciate every one of you that are watching, both on Facebook and on YouTube. We'll be going over some chats here soon, but today was a money collection day. Let me see. Can I show you the? Yeah, we can show you the video real quick that I threw up on YouTube. It's a short. We did a money collection today. Let me get this rolling here in a second. And I thought it went pretty cool. Let me click the right button. There we go. My face is too big. Let's make my face little. And we can watch this video.
How much we made
so we
this
did a change
weekend
collection today
at
the laundromat. It was very, very good.
Cool. But
we started doing commercial laundry drop-off. That was super cool. So I got a nice fat check here.
These are really
from,
heavy, and these are the first ones. This one was totally
local business
full.
in town,
There's
and they're wanting to scale
$200
this
in here. I'm so excited.
laundry this
is
week
a 2-bucket
10x.
day.
So
Today is a
we'll show you a picture of the check that I got, which I just deposited in the bank today.
I'm so excited. This is the best
I got a
ever.
nice,
Now
decent
we'll
check.
throw
He
these
wants to
back in the
10x
safe.
it,
We'll close
which
it up.
would
This is my
more
other
than
changer.
double the income
We're
for
gonna
my
use the magic
laundromat,
key
which
to
I
get
would
in it.
really,
We'll dump the
really
extra
love.
quarters we have in here, and oh, there's a jam. No wonder.
Make sure you like
All
and
right, we'll
like,
take these bills
subscribe,
back to the
share
office,
this
and
video
let's
with your
count them.
friends.
Let's start with the $1
Would appreciate it.
bills first.
Once again,
Let's see how
the
much
live
we have.
stream's going to be up. If you're on YouTube, just go
151
watch your
in ones. We'll run
history.
the
All you have to do is
fives.
click on your history
And I
button,
forgot to
and you can
record the
rewatch the
10s.
live
Now we're
stream
gonna do 20s.
at your
And guess
leisure.
what?
We'll be going for about an
1261,
hour
but
today,
wait,
and then
there's
I'm going
more.
to
We
jump
did commercial
up
laundry
and
as
see. Shoot.
well. So I'm
we'll do it. There we go. $1,463.50, and we also had really decent vending machine total from today as well. So we've doing pretty good, I think. So if you have any questions, make sure you ask. But I figured we would do a laundromat income breakdown. I thought that would be super cool. Just wanting to go over everything, try to be transparent, trying to go over all this information with you because, as you may notice, as you may have heard, we are potentially heading into a gigantic recession here in the United States. I don't know how many messages that I've got from people that are very scared, very concerned. Oh dear. Very concerned, very scared about a potential gigantic recession, that the economy is going to collapse, and then they have started investing in the stock market. They've started getting some of this delicious money from their business, or they're looking at starting a business, and they're very concerned, very worried, I guess, that they're very concerned that they shouldn't be starting a business during a potential recession, during whatever bad thing could be happening here in the near future. So it's like, I wanted to show you what our laundromat's making. We're going to continue doing these collections, continue talking about our businesses, the businesses that I've got going on, my trailer park, my laundromat, my car wash, my storage locker facility, or my self-storage facility. I've had several people send in messages that if they can't call it a storage locker anymore because they don't know what that is. It's a self-storage facility. There we go. All my rental properties, I'm in the process. I got 4 or 5 flips that we're doing right now. We've got, we just listed one at $154,900. It's the one I bought for $250. So we've got a couple videos, longer videos on how I bought this house for $250 and how we renovated it and how I am in the process of selling it. It was listed $154, and we're going to see what it sells for, and maybe I'll make a ton of money off of it. Maybe it'll end up very miserable and I'll lose everything on it. But it's just one of those big things that I just want to talk about it. I want to try and just represent my view on things. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. We'll be going over things. If you send a message with stars or super chat, I'll definitely read those off as well. I'm going to try and get this a little bit closer. But in short, we did pretty good at the laundromat. We'll flip it over real quick again. The $1,463.50. That was the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll total the numbers up. It's not going to be a super accurate super accurate total for the month or for the year so far, because actually it's like a year and a half, I think, just because the spreadsheet doesn't go back far enough. Hey, it's Kyle Grimm. I see Kyle Grimm on YouTube, so that's super cool. So where can you find a laundromat for sale? You don't. I would never buy a laundromat that's for sale, because it would be like I go over this in a lot of streams, because this is a question from Cody Profit. If you were in a business Would you go and buy all your, if you were in the business of selling something, would you go to Walmart and buy your inventory? No, you would go and get things at a discount to resell them. You wouldn't buy it retail, you'd buy it wholesale, you'd buy it at a discount. My big thing is, why would I go out and acquire or look for a laundromat or a car wash or a self-storage facility or a trailer park? Why would I buy one at retail when it's on the market for sale, meaning everybody can see it? I would rather buy one at a discount. I bought this laundromat that I bought was listed for $135,000. I bought it for $80,000. Well, let me roll it back. $135,000, and they wanted you to get a bank loan. When I ended up acquiring it using my other methods of don't buy on the market, I ended up paying $85,000 for it. The seller carried back $70,000, no bank involved, and I only had to put $15,000 down for it. So we took a deal from the market that they wanted at $135,000. Let me see. Let me flip this over. What kind of discount did I get on my property? Let's see what that is real quick. Great. One of the greatest programs on a computer is the calculator. Sorry, I need to do this right. 85 divided by 135. I bought it at 62.9% of a discount compared to what the market said it was worth. So that's a real long answer to your question. Hopefully you kind of get it. But I don't buy things at market price. It doesn't make any sense for me. If you buy properties on the MLS, are there ways to get deals? I guess so, but you're competing with every other place. Every other person. I tried buying a farm 2-3 weeks ago. As it stood, 21,000 people looked at that listing on Realtor.com. It was an auction, meaning the highest bidder took it. And it went for $475,000, more than I wanted to spend. So I was competing with 21 other thousand people on the internet that's all for sale. I find that when I go out, like my trailer park, you know who I was competing against? Nobody. Who was I competing against on my laundromat? Not many people. They had taken it off the market, and then I came up with a method to get a hold of the seller directly and say, hey, I see this property that didn't sell on the market. It's called going after expireds. I approached him and said, hey, I want to buy this place off of you. And we cut a deal, and I bought it off market at a huge discount. I've got a couple questions about the course. The course ranges on all these prices. If you want to get a hold of the sales team, they can give you kind of the rundown. If you just want the direct checkout page, go to investmentjoy.com/VJTT, which is it's got a 50% discount code for the vending machine course. If you want to go do that, that would be cool. But that's not where the magic of my program is. This is Travis's question on Facebook. The real magic is that you get to spend one-on-one time with me, and we get to go over your deals, and I can kind of set up the process for you where you live. I've got some people I'm doing training and coaching with that live in, or I got a guy in Orange County right now, high cost of living area. All the houses there are $1 million. His strategy is very different than the guy I've got down in Cincinnati. That Cincinnati guy's strategy is different than the guy in Baltimore or the guy that I've got in West Palm Beach. So what help them set up a program that'll work in their system and work in their location. So the individual I've been talking to in Orange County, he's in the process of acquiring 64 vending machines, not one, 64 in one go, which would be pretty cool. So that's a long response to that question. But me on YouTube, how far would $20,000 get you in starting a business like this? You're just wondering. I mean, my down payment for my laundromat was only $15,000. So, and I don't think that we spent more than $5,000 working on the equipment when we initially started the laundromat. I wish that I would have spent more. I wish I would just torn out all the equipment, really. My loan for all of the equipment was $2,900, I think, to redo all the laundromat, if memory's right, new flooring. We did the new flooring, all new equipment, rebuilt the bulkhead, new electric, new plumbing, redid everything, and it was $98,000. I only had to put $3,000 in it. So I wish that I would just loan the money out rather than paying out of pocket. But that's what it is. Following Keenan says laundromat income increase in recessions, 2009 to 2013, which is crazy good. You'll see, keep crushing it. And that's where we're going to go over. If you would look at, Keenan's right, based on individual laundromat income and laundromat income as a whole, recessions don't really hurt laundromats. And they don't hurt trailer parks, and they don't hurt more affordable rentals. They don't hurt farmland, generally speaking, unless there's like a blight or something on crops. Most of that stuff that's hard assets or businesses, they tend not to go down. They go up during a recession. What does get hurt? Luxury vehicles, collectibles in a general sense, but collectibles have been on fire for the past 3 years. Collectibles get hurt, but laundromats, car washes don't do too bad during a recession. Laundromats probably do better, but what happens is, and this is what I really want to talk to you guys about, like this is the premise of the stream. If you own assets and you've bought it at a discount, you'll be fine. This is what the whole stream's about. But if you want to get in business, there's no better time than a recession, because so many people are dumping assets. It's mind-blowing how many people are getting out of businesses. And if you have the right kind of mind and you know how to structure deals, you've got the right people in your corner, you've got good people giving you advice, you got local mentors, local investors helping you. This is going to be one of the best times ever to go out and acquire a business, go out and acquire some real estate, go start a business of acquiring distressed assets. All of the people that I currently know that are on their path to becoming billionaires, and I know Aaron in Nevada, I know Nate Barger in Cincinnati, and I know a guy named Dave. I'm not going to say where Dave is because he could be watching. He might want to keep his location a little bit private. But so I know 3 guys that are on their way, I do believe, of becoming billionaires. When did they all get their start? They got their start during the last recession, 2008, 2009, 2010. Oh, what's his name? Gosh, I can't think of what his name is. He's over in San Bernardino County, doing the exact same thing that I'm doing. Well, he's like 5 years ahead of me. He's very close to being worth $1 billion. I think he's worth $500 million at this point. But all these guys got their start during the last recession by buying distressed assets, going and buying a house for $50,000, fixing it up, getting $250,000 a few years afterwards when the market came back. So many people got so scared they didn't want to buy assets. Now, I don't think there's going to be this huge, crazy sell-off to real estate. And I don't think there's going to be, I don't think that we're going to see some of the same things that we saw in the last recession. But, a discount on stocks, a discount on real estate, discount on assets. But it's not going to be a deal killer. Everything, I think, is going to be fine in the long term. But there's going to be plenty of availability to go out there and acquire a business. So Jonathan Pine is from the UK, which is super cool. He said him and his brother starting a vending and arcade business, and it was me that gave them the power to do it. Cool. I wish you super success on that. Hope Marie says, keep coins or go coinless. I would always do not turn money away. A lot of my customers don't like cashless. They like their coins. A lot of people I run into that use my laundromat, a lot of them, I want to say we make $1,500, $2,000 a month off of them. They go to the grocery store and they save their quarters through the week so that they can do their laundry on the weekend. I don't want to turn those people off. I don't want to send those people to my customers. We are going to have a contactless / credit card option. I have every major payment vendor on my back asking me to have a cashless option. So it's a situation. Why not accept it? So we're going to have the option here very soon to do contactless cashless payments on all of my car wash stuff. And we already got cashless on some of the car wash stuff. We're going to go cashless on, or have the cashless option. Sorry, everything at the car wash, including my vacuums there, and we're going to go cashless at the laundromat, or have the cashless option at the laundromat. And then we're also going to have cashless options on all my vending machines. And here's what's super cool: is we're going to start tracking those sales. We're going to see has it added any value to my customers. We have talked about it at length with my car wash. How much money does adding credit cards accept? Especially if you're one of my mentees. If I'm doing coaching and training with you, we've talked about those exact hard numbers of what did a credit card reader on my automatic bay add in value? What did a credit card reader on my self-serve bay add income-wise? Those little hacks like there. But because I have an NDA with my partner on my car wash, I don't disclose those figures unless you're a paid consulting client. I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do. I could talk about how much money I make off candy bars that week with my laundromat, because I am free to go into that detail with it. I don't have any NDAs or any disclosure agreements I had to sign. But with the laundromat, I want to talk to you guys about how much did cashless add. Did it hurt? Could it hurt? Yeah, sure. Why not? Someone could get mad at me for offering contactless payments, but I have a sneaking suspicion it's going to boost my revenue for the laundromat by 20%. And since this contactless vendor, I'm not going to say who it is yet, they've come on board. They're going to give me 100% of the equipment for free, and they're going to cut me a really absurd deal on the transaction fees. So it's really a no-brainer to go in and refit all my equipment at the car wash, both car washes and the laundromat and my vending machines for contactless payments. It's only going to add maybe, 5 cents to the cost of everything when it's used. So I really want to open that up as a potential option to my customers. We should probably add credit cards on the, let me know in the comment section, should I add credit cards to my car arcade machine? I have not thought about that. I can't add it to the coin pusher. I got some really cool coin pusher news. So would I buy a laundromat that looks to be negative income? Probably not, unless there was a very clear, this question was asked by Fred Moore. Would I buy a laundromat that looks to be cash negative? Heck no. But I would negotiate with the owner of it, and I would get a heck of a deal on it. So we'll read through these comments super quick. I want to move it over close to the camera so I don't look like I'm staring away from you. So Legend One Ollie is asking, do I think that vending machines are good investments? Just wondering. Sure, they can be great investments. I would rather you guys get into real estate or buying a business like a car wash or a laundromat. I do, I have 600,000 freaking views. Sorry, 600 million freaking views in between all the social media platforms of my vending machines. I like vending machines, but I love real estate. I love vending. I love laundromats. I love car washes. I love self-storage. I can't say that I love vending machines because of doesn't make near as much. It's not a chipmunk shirt. Just for I have a question. It says, is it a chipmunk shirt or a beaver? It is a beaver. This is a Bucky shirt. Gamer Church is kind of off topic, but I know she wear a lot of the same shirts in my normal daily routines and videos. Basic clothing. Do I think being frugal in areas of life helps? Absolutely. And this is my shirt. I have a question. Can I help a disabled vet get going? Sure. That's why I make a lot of videos. That's why I have my private Discord. I will do a link to my private Discord. We've got a lot of business people on there. So feel free to join that one. I've also got a private Facebook group as well called Investment Joys, Vending Machine, Laundromat, Real Estate, Investment Joys, Laundromats, Real Estate, and Vending Machine chat. It's on there too. So let me throw this up on Facebook too. So there's a link to my private Discord. So join it. Lots of other business people are there. I've already got we're almost 5,000 people on my private Facebook group. So we've got a couple decent successful people on the free public Facebook group as well. But a lot of the magic does happen on the private Discord channel. So there's those. If you have any questions, I can do my best to answer them. So Kenneth Johnson says, you want to buy a laundromat but don't have much capital. You don't know how to start. That's what I do consulting and training on. Visit investmentjoy.com if you'd like some help, but it's all about learning to negotiate. I can recommend you guys learn to do something in life right now. Learn to sell things, learn to negotiate, learn to talk to people. I do coaching and training with people, obviously, but it's hard to tell people to get those skills early in life. So if you can do it, please do it. You don't see the Facebook group. Let me find the name of it. It should just be Investment Joys. Let me see. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. Investment Joys Real Estate, Car Wash, Laundromat, and Vending Business Group. That's it. That is a huge mouthful, and I have tons of people wanting to join it. I'll throw this on if you're on. Well, let me see. I'm going to get. But YouTube's going to throw a fit. Oops. I'm going to throw this on both too. So those are some free groups you can join that I have and talk to other business owners. So if you want to get on there and talk to people. I try to be on the Discord pretty regularly. Once you go up the private Discord group, then I answer all the questions. It's just I'm getting swamped with 15,000 people in those groups. So you feel a lot of people that work lower income jobs are using non-traditional banking platforms for direct deposits and payments, which they act like debit cards. You think you'll see higher utilization of things like Zelle. You don't know a great example. Let's get some point across. I agree with you 100%. We are running into so many people that need alternative banking I mean, it's becoming a bigger thing, but the need for it keeps growing as well. So for me, if I can start taking things like Cash App, Zelle, Venmo, even PayPal, um, Bitcoin, anything that I can add as a payment option without costing me a lot of money, the implementation being expensive, I think is a good idea. But you've got to also be very, very careful with regards to spreading yourself too thin and then putting a lot of money in it. I've talked to some companies that they have payment terminals. We can take Bitcoin on all my washers. It costs $2,000 per washer and dryer. And if you think about it, I've got 32 machines. I could spend over $60,000 on payment gateways for my machines. And I can tell you right now in Southern Ohio, I will never sell $60,000 in Bitcoin for washers and dryers in terms of usage. Yet the people that want to sell me the equipment guarantee that it's a great option, great choice. But I'm telling you, people are not going to wash their clothes in a massive way with crypto. Now, if I was selling real estate, it'd be pretty good. Course sales, you want to get training, coaching one-on-one from me? I'll take Bitcoin. But you've got to look at how much it costs to implement. A lot of people get very hung up on sales stuff. And then what happens is, you spend all the money in the world. It's like Danny, my buddy, Danny D'Angelo, he does a lot of Laundromat consulting and training too. He talks to people, I assume every day. I don't talk to people every day, but I talk to them often enough that they pay 3 times more for washers and dryers than they should be paying. They get sold a song and a dance, and I'm not going to throw any names out here, but I got someone tried to sell me a song and a dance too. They were trying to sell me $1,000 washers for $3,000. It would have been a terrible choice had I have gone with what they recommended for my laundromat. It would have been $150,000, $200,000 minimum to rehab my laundromat with a number of machines updated, similar to what I have now. They would have been much worse machines. So we ended up getting a pretty decent offer in with Dexter. Pretty happy about that. They gave me a nice little YouTube discount. Not anything super severe. I'm sure you guys can negotiate it yourself. But it's really an interesting situation. But you've got to be very careful because people will try to sell you just crazy stuff. But with these machines, they've got, they're giving me like 50 of them for free on my washers, dryers, vending machines, vacuums, and my self-serve base at the car wash. My cost is free on them. They said for you guys, it's going to be like 150-ish per machine, which if I had that option to get these machines when I bought the lawn or when we upgraded the equipment, I would have done it in a heartbeat. $150 a machine for 30 machines ish, $3,000, $4,500. I would have been okay with paying that. One of the other payment gateways that I've looked at and really like is Dexter Live. They're like $6,000, I think, which isn't super terrible either. But this is very similar. It's going to be pretty good. Bitcoin's not something that we've seen in form of payment, laundromats, vending machines, so on. I agree 100%. If you could implement it for free with a QR code or something like that, which this system, I'm sure you could implement Bitcoin pretty easy with just some APIs. Your implementation cost isn't going to be high. So if you want to include Bitcoin as a payment way, sure. But once again, I've run into people selling Bitcoin kiosks for machines, Bitcoin payment terminals for machines, like $2,000 a piece. It's crazy. So is there a way to invest in you? Your stocks keep going down value? Yeah. Jeremy Hughes is asking this on YouTube. Here soon, I want to do a investment fund or syndication. Long story short, I'm doing coaching and training, which, gosh, I feel like I'm harping on this. My goal within the next year is to do this. So not implemented it yet. I am not offering you guys an investment or investment advice, but here's what I would like to do. I got all these people going out and doing these laundromat, car wash, real estate deals. And we had a guy on our program. He's in the final stages of negotiating on a 123 unit apartment complex. He'll get it. He's going to have no money or practically no money in the investment. And it's a killer deal. I would have taken this deal. I'd fight somebody for a 123 unit apartment complex, and he's gonna have no money out of pocket, which is awesome. Super excited about him. And he's on our Discord, and you guys could talk to him if you wanted to. I think he's in the public chats, but he's definitely in the private ones because that's where I heard about it. But he's got this deal. I've got another guy in Michigan, and I'm getting him some information right now. It's a car wash. The car wash is making $250,000 a year. it's also $1 million. And we've gone through and game planned a bunch of different strategies for no money down, low money down. And we just can't come up with an easy way to get this car wash without any money out of pocket. So I've looked at it, and the guy that gave me the deal, he is awesome. He will be an insanely good car wash operator. And it's like, you know what I would want to do? I want to go and buy that car wash for him, and I want to get him in that one. And I want to hold my portfolio because it makes 25% return. And I could come up and I could get a higher return out of it. So what I want to do next year is just open an investment fund. So these guys that are bird dogging deals and finding these crazy car wash laundromat real estate deals for me that I've coached, and they're like right at that point, but the deal's too big for them. It's hard to go from never buying a piece of real estate to buying a $10 million apartment complex. Not impossible, but it's hard. And they're finding these big deals for me, and they're like, they print cash. So I'd love to go in an investment fund, partner with these people that I'm coaching, and say, all right, I'll be that $10 million guy. Now, do I have $10 million that I want to throw in a single deal? No, but I could get 20 people together with $100,000 a piece or $50,000 a piece, and we could go in and we can fund one of those deals and then get that 25% return or that 20% return or whatever, and do it in such a way that everybody makes a ton of money. So do I think coin admission showers, here's switching gears, on YouTube, do I think coin admission showers would be profitable in a business like the Bay Area? Could be. You'd have to figure out whether there's a market for it. Now, here's what I like to do, Comac Level 60. Here's what I would do if I were you. I would figure out a freaking way to put a shower on a trailer, like a trailer. Make it look nice. You could probably make a cheap crap shower, propane heat for probably $1,500. Go get a crap trailer, $1,500. Make yourself a portable shower and go test your idea. Don't go out and buy the real estate and set up this $150,000 business plan. Go out and figure out a way to do the business for $1,500. See if your idea works. I don't know how many people I've talked to. They have these big business ideas, and they say, I need $100,000 right now, Brandon, to start this business so I can see if my idea works. I'm like, no, you don't need $100,000. You need to hustle and figure out how to do it for $2,500 to see if there's any interest in it whatsoever. So, and I feel like people would find their ideas faster that work, or if the idea is garbage. And I don't know whether your coin-operated shower idea is garbage or it's going to print cash. I just don't know. I don't know the Bay Area at all. I live in Central Ohio, Southern Ohio. And I'll probably never have real estate in the Bay Area. No offense, unless we're talking Tampa Bay. I'll probably never have real estate in the Bay Area. But if your idea works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And I would really like for you to figure out a lightweight, cheap, affordable, quick-to-produce idea just to test the concept. So the first idea that comes to me in my mind is, why not do portable showers on a trailer? And we're talking like Harbor Freight trailer, not talking a nice one. So, I mean, not that Harbor Freight trailers aren't nice. I like mine. Bitcoin payments for $2,000, never going to pay for itself. I agree. You're something about Bitcoin and the Venezuela's government endorsing Bitcoin and other forms of alternative payment. I don't know. Call you. You're interested in investing. Jeremy Hodges, just get on investmentjoy.com. You could probably talk to somebody on my team, or just get on Discord, talk to one of the mods there. They'll put you in touch with me. So yeah, a lot of stuff's about scalability. And that's why vending machines are one of those odd things. It's harder to get scale with vending machines. I mean, you can do it. Like my guy in OC, it's 64 vending machines he's looking in one go. Cool. That's decently scalable. He's got, we did a long conversation. Oh, I did my 30-minute call with him last week. My 30-minute upfront call I do with everybody. I did my 30-minute call with the guy, and he's got a viable path that sounds like to 100 vending machines. So it's like, okay, cool. And he can do probably 100 vending machines by the first quarter next year. Cool, that's great. But then I do a lot of guys that want the course, like I want a vending machine course. I want to get my first vending machine. It's like, cool. At some day soon, I'll have a course plus your first vending machine for like $1,200 or $1,500. Trying to figure out the logistics of how to sell somebody a course and then throw in a free Dixie Narco drink machine or a free Row snack machine. Trying to figure out the logistics to do it. I'm not there yet, but I'm close. I'm probably closer on that one than I am the investment fund or the syndication. But it's just one of those odd things where I run into people that it's a scalability problem. Now, this is something that I struggle with because I got a person very angry at me recently on on Bigger Pockets of all things, they pulled up this post about something I posted 6 years ago. How I was going to own 500 single family detached rentals, and I'm not saying I can't do that. I don't want to do that now. It's too much work. And he was coming out of the gates like, you're an idiot and all this different stuff. And he was wanting to see if my company had failed yet. And I posted this thing 6 years ago. 6 years ago would have been 2014. I would have had 12 rentals at that point. I now have over 130, and then the self-storage and all this other stuff that I have. So, I like probably unit-wise, income source-wise, it's like probably 200 now, maybe 180. And he's like, you must have failed by now. I'm like, no. At 6 years ago, I probably had $1 million in assets, and now I'm decently over $10 million, like probably 10.5, 11 million, even with the recession. Not too bad. So I'm at about $10 million worth of assets now, and it's just one of those weird things. He expected I would fail by now because I was going after cheap property and it would never make money. I'm like, it makes money. It's just harder to scale with a lot of cheaper properties. So you can totally see a mobile shower unit that can mobilize from Tenderloin through this SF Bay Area. So that's a cross-platform comment. I made that response based on somebody on YouTube, and somebody on Facebook has responded to it. Cool. If you give me $1,000, will I invest it for you? No, I absolutely will not do that, because I would tell you I like VOO and VTI for stocks. Other than that, I do want to get into syndications and funds. And for those, you have to be something called an accredited investor, which means you have to have a yearly income of over $250,000 or have a net worth of over $1 million. I didn't write the rules. The SEC did. So those are some things that I would like to do someday, preferably last year, and try to package it with some tax advantages for accredited investors. So 500 individual properties would be a nightmare to have employ a lot of people. It'd be easier to buy one apartment complex at one location, 1 to 2 units. And that's exactly where I am, Gamer Treasures. That is something that I've had a hard problem getting to, is accepting that, yes, 500 rentals is very difficult, and I cannot build a team quick enough to get there. It's just going to be, logistically speaking, it's going to be a lot easier for me to just go out and buy that 1 or 2 unit apartment complex. I'm working on doing a deal on a 277 unit, and it's $45 million. And talking to the team involved with it, because I would be part of a team with another group of investors, and it's like the money that I would make off of one 277 unit absolutely blows away anything else I've done up to this point. Not on a per unit basis, of course, but on individual cash flow and the equity gain. Like, the equity I would gain off of it in the first year would wipe out. And the first year of being a participant in one of these investments with other people would wipe out my gains in my real estate full-time investment career in real estate, probably maybe 3 years worth, just in one go. And my time involvement is going to be a small fraction. It's going to be probably equal to buying 3 houses. So that's kind of cool. So you're wanting to find investors to open up this is Dustin Hesbrook's question on Facebook. You wanted to find investors to open a knife-throwing place store, have a business plan for it all. We call it the Blade and Range. Cool. Go put it on a trailer. Go buy a crappy trailer. Because I've seen people do this. Go buy a crappy trailer, make it look nice, turn into a mobile axe-throwing place, and see if it works. I've run into people. There's a business here in town, and I love these people. They're so nice. They started a food truck, and they just killed it with a food truck. And then they came to the realization they should have a physical location. And they've got $300,000, $400,000. They've got $50K in their food truck. They've got $300 to $350K in their store location. And from what I understand, their food truck continues to make more money than their storefront. What would have been the right path for them? And I'm not saying here, Dustin, this is what you have to do. I'm just wanting to spitball ideas here. They would have been better served to buy 7 food trucks and get a competent team to go out and sell their products at different locations, as opposed to have one physical location they have $350K on. Once again, I'm really big on the light framework of everything as opposed to something big. Now, I don't know what it costs to do an axe throwing thing. You might be able to just rent a storefront and spend $10,000, $20,000 on it. I'm not that competent, but I would have a thought there for you that you could do it on the lightweight cheap with a mobile situation. Do I help people in South Africa? Like, in what way? Are you begging for money? Are you wanting business advice? Can I give you business advice? Sure. There's other South Africans on my Discord, I'm sure. There's other people in South Africa, I'm sure, on my Facebook group. But it's, I'm running out of time. My single family detached scalability has hit the top. My ability to coach people for free on chats has also maxed out too. I've been spending 10 to 20 hours a week on coaching, and that's the top of the line for it. And at some point, you've got to start charging for coaching and training, which I've already done, and now it's getting a little bit more expensive. What about what's the best way to spend $1,000 to make money? I would say, if you're going to do $1,000 and you want the easy ticket, vending machines are still pretty good, or start a physical side hustle. Gutter cleaning. We're coming out to winter. It could be cleaning sidewalks, maybe a landscaping business, although that might be good. If you're in Florida, go get a chainsaw for $1,000. Go to Georgia, get yourself a chainsaw. Go to Florida, start cutting up trees. You probably make $1,000 a day easy in Florida right now doing cleanup. Maybe it's going to be rental cleanup down there. You'd have to just look at it. Quick question. If you have to make money with £0, so you're in the United Kingdom, I don't know enough about the United Kingdom, but I would look at let schemes. There's a guy named Samuel Leeds. I don't recommend his information for everybody, but he's made tons of money off of let-to-lets without any money out of pocket. So, and then another person says, buy undervalued collectibles, sell them on eBay. That's called flipping. I love flipping. What did I buy this week? Oh, I'm buying my grandpa's estate, guys, for $4,000. And could you hear me smack my head? I'm buying my grandpa and great-grandpa's estate out. My uncle wants $4,000 for all of his tools. So I'm going to spend $4,000 on buying my grandpa's estate out, and we're going to flip those tools. It'll be very interesting. Thoughts on YouTube automation versus Amazon FBA? I can't say I like either of them, but I dislike YouTube automation less. You have to provide value to make money on either FBA or YouTube. If you can find a valuable product, a valuable something to sell in those scenarios, then you can do well. But you have to find something valuable. If you're on YouTube, you just cannot automate it and rehash other people's content, because I have this happen to me all the time. I've got a guy that's stolen my content. He's got like 5,000 followers on TikTok from my stolen content. And here soon, he's going to get a DMCA violation. And I'm going to pull all of his content off of TikTok, and he's going to lose everything. And he's done that because that's going to happen because he's been taking my content through a TikTok automation program. So you've got to be very careful at who you're listening to and how they're recommending you do it. It's Mike from Tampa. Cool. I hope you are okay. One of my buddies is down in Fort Myers, and one of my investors is in Fort Myers, let's say, and he's in kind of a mess right now. So Daniel Fox says, I'm a good dude. Cool. You are a good dude, Daniel Fox. So that's where I'm at. Dustin Hesbrook. Let's read this question real quick. Dustin. I keep saying Destin, like we're smarter every day. Dustin. You live in a town that's flourishing, has no entertainment hardly. Would I consider a place to look into building attractions for your town, considering there's no competition? I'm in a town of 13,000. There's no competition. I wouldn't do it. Considering we have 40,000 people in the town with a lot of surrounding towns, so considering we have to create a market for something that doesn't exist yet. Do you see it as a good plan? It could be. I don't know. But here's the thing, Dustin, and I recommend that everybody do this. If you want to do something with vending machines, if you want to do something with real estate, you want to do something with whatever it is, there is a idea in startups, like lean startups, called MVP, minimum viable product. And they use this for agile business all the time. I think I'm using the right terms. But they do this concept for business startups of what's the easiest thing for us to come to market with that we can try and make some money, the quickest, easiest way that's going to make us some money, and it's a good product. It's called MVP, minimum viable product. So for me, in real estate, in laundromats, car washes, whatever industry that I want to get into, because this can work for brick and mortar businesses very easy. I want to figure out, how do I do this in the easiest, cheapest way? I talk to people all the time, and this is wildly successful. They want to start an arcade. So they want to go out and go to an abandoned shopping mall and buy an abandoned shopping mall to start an arcade. Is that a terrible idea? I don't think so. I think there's ways they could do it. But they spend all their time trying to figure out how to get $1 million to buy part of an abandoned mall to put an arcade in. Yet I've run into people, they've gone, and this is where I come up with my axe throwing trailer. They went out and bought a ratty trailer, painted it up so it looked nice, went to Harbor Freight, got a cheap crap generator, one of those Honda inverters for $199 during Black Friday, and they stack reward cards off of it. They sign up for the credit card to get that 10% off, and they get that Harbor Freighter inverter generator for like $200. And then they put that in, they put their arcade machines in a trailer, and they take it to birthday parties and bar mitzvahs and parties and stuff, weddings, corporate events. And I talked to this guy, kid you not, $2,500 to $3,500 a day off of a mobile arcade because he takes the arcade to you. It was the cheapest, easiest, quickest way for him to get his arcade startup. And he came to the realization, he mentioned to his buddy, the buddy's one of my friends, and he said, make sure Brandon hears this. We're making more money than I ever thought my static, expensive arcade would have ever made. He had cheap machines on the trailer, and he did it very affordably. Now, let's think of the worst case scenario. What's the worst case scenario with you going out and buying a dumpy physical piece of real estate and fixing it up for a very specific use? Well, no, you might not be able to make your payments and go broke. Well, and then you got to liquidate your assets. Well, what if you have a trailer with arcade machines on it and you buy the arcades at a discount because you're looking for the easiest way to start, the cheapest way to start? Well, you're going to resell those machines and you're going to get what you have out of them. Okay, crap. And you're going to sell that generator you worked your butt off for, and you're going to get $200 or $150 off it. And you're going to be out some time and money, and hopefully you'll learn here. But you went with the most minimum, quickest viable product that you could create for the market to see if your entertainment idea worked. The heavy, not lightweight, big projects that people want to start off with, it's not that they're always going to lose, but the problem is they spend years and thousands of dollars on those ideas, and you got to be very, very careful. And what I'm really wanting you guys to do is be careful. I want to encourage some caution here, but I do want you to start, because otherwise people can sometimes get so wrapped in being so cautious they never start anything. So you have about 10,000 euros in a bank account, which what we suggest you do, 21-year-old from Western Europe. You've had a job for 3 years and worried about the inflation recession. I'd have to understand your location, where you are in Western Europe. Like, we've got a few people I talk to and do coaching and train. I don't have any like big coaching training clients from Western Europe, but I got a couple people in the Netherlands and Belgium. I think 1 or 2 in France. I think I might have an actual coaching client in France. And then a couple people in Spain, and it just kind of depends on the legalities and country and what's going on in that country, because there are things that I would do with $10,000, 10,000 euros in, say, France as a real estate play, or in Denmark as a real estate play that would never work in a million years in Belgium or the Netherlands. So, Adam says he's planning on investing in health vending machines. If I have to start with, should you continue the franchise, or should you just try and buy your own machines and try finding your locations? Finding locations is typically the hardest. Finding the vending machines is the second hardest thing to do. It just depends. If you're buying a franchise and they pre-negotiate the locations, you just have to figure out what you're spending on those locations. That's my recommendation. Ireland, oh cool. Man, I've watched 3 Irish documentaries in the past week. And mostly because I found out that I am like 1/6 Irish, so that means when I wear my 4-leaf clover shirt, I have a license to do that at this rate. So in Ireland, I'm really bullish on Ireland. I think Ireland is a wonderful country to live in. I think it's great to do business. If I had $10,000 in Ireland, I would start looking and seeing what I could get in terms of helping to facilitate relationships with people's businesses that are there, because Europe has awesome taxes for the Eurozone. I'd figure out a way to facilitate relationships. Yeah, you could go to boot sales in Ireland and find things to flip. Flipping works, I think, in every single country. As long as there's people with money and they have stuff to sell, you can always flip, in my opinion. I don't understand Irish real estate law enough to give you some real estate play ideas, but I would look, because of how much international business is transpiring in Ireland, find a way to help and facilitate with those people. $10,000, find a way to do it with nothing, no money. You want to come over here and be on my YouTube channel real quick, buddy? You want to tell everybody what tomorrow is? You want to pause? Is that Best Bro Jack? Is no. Who is it? Who are you watching on YouTube?
Sunday.
What's his name?
Sunday.
Okay, tell everybody, Desmond, what tomorrow is.
My birthday.
What do you want to do for your birthday tomorrow, bud?
Go to McDonald's.
He wants to go to McDonald's. What did we do today for your birthday?
Go to McDonald's.
Why do you like McDonald's so much, buddy?
'Cause I like their food.
You like their food, or do you like it because they have a Happy Meal?
'Cause they have Happy Meals.
What did you get in your Happy Meal today, bud?
A toy.
A toy. What did you get?
A Cars toy.
Was it just the regular Lightning McQueen, and you're kind of disappointed because it was just regular Lightning McQueen?
Mm-hmm.
See, this is what they see on the computer when they do a YouTube live stream. Do you want to go back and watch more Sunday videos? Okay. It's his birthday tomorrow, and he told me today when we were in Columbus that he said when he grows up he wants to do YouTube videos to make money, and he did say he wanted to get into building houses and to build a hotel so he could be the bellhop or the check-in person. And I said, "Don't you want to do the hotel thing anymore, buddy?" And he said, "Yes, I want to do that as a hobby, but I want to make money on YouTube as a career." I was like, "Oh gosh, you got those things flipped over." So we'll see how that goes. Confirm your beliefs locations being the hardest. Yeah. And it's just a negotiation and experience thing. It's not that you can't get locations. My gosh, I've got probably 20 locations I could get into now if I wanted. At some point I will. It's just I can negotiate vending machine locations, or I can negotiate hotel deals or something like that. So happy birthday. Yeah. Gamer Treasures buddy says happy birthday. So Meredith says that one of her jobs in high school was managing birthday parties at McDonald's. That sounds fun. So you see the Buc-ee's shirt. Am I located in Texas? No, I'm in Ohio. And we now have a Buc-ee's less than 3 hours away from me. I went to the one in Winchester, Kentucky. That was super cool. So, so we got another 13 minutes here. But, oh, crap. We never even did the whole reason for the live stream, and my microphone's up. The whole reason for the live stream. I wanted to talk about this. I wanted to go over this really quick. Let me click on the right screen so I don't get in trouble. All right, cool. Let me flip this over real quick. There we go. So, this doesn't look super good. Let me see. Can I drag it over? Yes, I can. Okay, cool. I wanted to make myself a little bit bigger. So this is my spreadsheet for my laundromat. So I wanted to talk about the laundromat money that we made. Go over some things. Because once again, I want to be transparent with you guys. So this is my September income statement for the laundromat. All the expenses that we've gone through in the past year-ish. Today, we did $1,624. Then I'm reading these wrong. These are credits. These are debits. And then it's sorted. I guess, is it sorted by month? Yeah, it's sorted by date, and then class first, transaction type first, then date. So so we did 1624 today. Then on the 22nd we did 663. Then we did 2651, and then we got in some rent money. I don't know why it was only $386. Her rent's more than that, so there must have been a deduction or something like that. Then $340. So this month, and we still have some checks to clear at this rate. We did $5,000. I'll do this. $5,664 in revenue. But the bad news is we had $5,725.13. So this month we have lost $60, I want to say, on my laundromat. But I'm going to go scroll down and show you why it doesn't bother me in any way, shape, or form. So we look at it. Well, what happened this month that normally doesn't happen? We had these. I'll italicize it. We had these. I spent and we upgraded some crap at the laundromat. Because once again, I don't need my laundromat money. I'm more interested in upgrading it. But do want to be transparent with you guys and like show you what happens when you kind of nickel and dime a laundromat and just kind of you keep going with a spending money on what's coming in on it. But we're on the increase for income, and we got that apartment upstairs that's almost done. So that'd be another $600 a month. So we're down like $50 a month, but we had some really decent weeks in here. This was a 2-week total on the 16th, then the 22nd, then the 30th, and then I think we've got some more income that came in. But my bank was down when I pulled these the transcript, the transaction report. That was down, so I couldn't. I just typed in the number, so that's why it probably looks a little weird. So back to this, I want to scroll to the bottom, and I've got to figure out how to pull the old report because I'm going to do this over here. Go to the bottom. This only goes back to 2021, so we're missing all of our 2020, all of our 2020, and all of our 2019 income, and the month of January. So this is our gross income report or revenues. We're at let me tell you, $94,000, and then 334 minus F335. So we're at a loss over the last 2 years for the laundromat of $3,321 and 87 cents. And we go through and say, oh, why was this is so terrible, Brandon? And then we got up here for the brand new roof I put on the laundromat. We redid the whole roof of almost effectively entirely pure cash, which sucks, but it is what it is. We put a whole brand new roof on the laundromat. The old one lasted since 1960, and the new one should last even longer than that because I went with a high quality metal solution. But here's the thing. So we're down over the past year and 16 months. Side of Post says that we need to do podcasting, have a British sidekick. I would not be opposed to that, Mark Sandy, but we'd have to also incorporate VR there. But I wanted to show you guys my equipment bills, and this is super cool. So when we started off the loan, oh shoot, I need to just move this all down. I was getting really close. Month number, loan balance, interest, payments, principal, loan left to pay. So we are currently at month number 17 for all this equipment that I bought. The equipment, and we're probably increasing our sales maybe 5% a month. I think that I've miscalculated in the past, but I think we're gaining about 5% a month. And we're headed towards the busy season. Spring, summer, fall are typically the slow seasons for laundromats. Winter is the busy season. So I'm super excited about that. But we started off at $98,000. We have 79. Okay. So we started $98,000 minus E19. We've already paid off $18,000, $18,253. So my thing is, we got this roof up here that is an investment in the property, increases the value of it because we no longer have a crap roof anymore. It's a nice metal roof now. And that, I mean, gosh, we probably doubled the value of the laundromat because of it. And then I've got this equipment that's still working great. It's worth $18,000. And we got mortgage calculator. And we've got, let me see. Are we still on? Can you still see this? Shoot. Holy freaking crap. Oh no. This is very odd. Oh, for some reason my Facebook feed's super slow. Here. $70,000. Let me see. Blow this up a bit. There we go. Cool. So I have $70,000 on it. The loan amount's 70. Is that going to work? My interest rate on this is like 6%. We're at a 15-year loan, I think, on the laundromat. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just trying to do this stuff on the fly. Compare loan type. Oh, shoot. That's the wrong button. It's the amortization table. I think this is all our loan information. Yeah, well, we're super close on this. It's a 20-year loan. Maybe it's a 20-year loan. That's close. I'd have to look at my amortization table. This is hard to calculate. My brain can't think of it. So, let's see. Show amortization table. Did we show it? Where is the draw charts? Oh my goodness. But I'm trying to show you guys how much we've paid off on the mortgage balance, which is super cool. So, man, it's not showing me the amortization table. This is stupid. I'll show monthly amortization table. There we go. So we're I don't like how this is. We're 4 years in, so we'd probably be at 2026. So we've paid down this balance by about $9,000, which is super cool, I think. So the big thing is, like, as far as Laundromat's concerned, we've generated kind of a lot of equity when we took it over. You know, it's a $70,000, $85,000 location. And I made an offer to a guy, asked me if he could buy it 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I told him that I would consider it. I probably want $300,000 for it, and he didn't balk at the idea. He thought it was probably worth $300,000, which is cool. But it's just one of those interesting things that we've increased the value of the real estate and the location quite a bit because I continue to sink money into it and try to boost the equity up. Because then what my ultimate plan is, or my consideration is, we can go down, knock a lot of walls down, increase the square footage of my laundromat by 150%, and pave the parking lot. Once we built up enough revenue and a nice enough location, we've already put the roof on, we've put new equipment, things of that nature. So I think it's the right thing. But once again, I really want to show you guys what the actual numbers are, because you're taking the time out of your day to watch the live stream as opposed to watching a 2-minute video for me, or 59-second video. So Stevie has a tooth pulled today, and the dental assistant's birthday was today as well. Cool. So, let me see. Happy birthday! I'm above renting the booth. Laundromat's above the laundromat. We got one. We've got another one coming out, done soon. How have I been, brother? I've been pretty good. Is the vending machine business an excellent business? It can be an okay business. We did $650 over this weekend on it. Are there any particular skills you feel you need for the team right now? Editing, script writing. Love to work with you one day, but what's one will be useful? Probably research and script writing right now, because I need to do some videos like on economic theory and stuff, and to get somebody on my team that can like research how much percentage-wise did laundromats go down during the recession? How much did car washes go down? And can I do that? Can I do that in 15, 20 minutes? Yes, I can, but I'd rather dictate it to somebody, have them do it. Just followed me on Twitch. Cool. I don't think I'm broadcasting. Am I broadcasting on Twitch right now, Billy Hollywood? I don't think I am. Another thing we're going to incorporate on the next stream, I think, is with these things. I'm going to use my teleprompter. I bought a really expensive teleprompter up there. It's super, super nice. So don't keep glancing off to the left. I did shoot a pretty nice video on an ad. I'll show it to you. And I did it on teleprompter. I edited it super quick. And it looked really, really nice. I got 2 minutes left. Gosh darn it. Check out investmentjoy.com for coaching and trading straight for me. While some people charge for courses and other people charge for one-on-one training, I do both. A friend of mine who is a top YouTuber is currently doing what I do, and he has a video series like I do, hundreds of videos. I have 300 videos, hours and hours of educational content. This guy has a great program. And then you get one-on-one mentorship and training from him, directly from him, coaching calls directly with him, group coaching calls directly with him. He charges $50,000 for it. And I do the exact same thing. His net worth is probably in the 50 to 60 million range. And I'm at the $10 million asset range right now. So he is more wealthy than I am. I do have a much bigger social media profile than he does, and he charges $50,000 for that. So if you want that at a much cheaper price, check out investmentjoy.com. I'd love to have one of my guys on the team go over with you like what I'm actually doing, how we structure coaching calls, what's actually taught in my laundromat course, what's actually taught in my car wash course, what's actually taught in my vending machine course, what's actually in my how do you do an LLC thing, like. Do you think it's a good idea to use another party to get your LLC? Like, I answer that in depth. I talk about statutory agents and whether that's a good idea or not. TLDR version is maybe. It's kind of a long, complicated answer to that. Thanks for reply. Would I mind if I shoot a message on Discord and get on that? I cannot respond to personal messages on Discord unless you are in the insider group. It's just something I have to do. Otherwise, I get flooded with, I get 500 messages a day now. 600 messages a day. I can't respond to everything on there. It's just, I try to, and it blows my mind. So, someone's trying to call me because they picked 5 o'clock today for some reason. Okay. So I'm going to hop off of here. I appreciate every single one of you for joining in. The live stream replay on YouTube is going to be up. If you want to come back and watch it, just go your history thing, and it'll be on there. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you for watching. Please consider investmentjoy.com where you can get live coaching and